Gamecocks will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Virginia Tech Hokies offense will be the first to dive up ball plays in this one. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's out past the 35. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. And the Hokies come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Back to pass, it's Russell. The screen, he can go. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Hokies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd down, he'll throw it. On the run, still looking. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Hokie. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll start this drive with a pass. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Off the play fake. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. And after the punt, that's where they'll mark it, just outside the 30-yard line.
And these punt returners only get so many opportunities to try to make plays, and do they want to make them? So much space back there when you punt them the football. But the thing is, look at all these guys flying down the field. All the speed on the field for that punt coverage team. And you can tell they caught up with them and forced the fumble.
And the Hokies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Quick completion on the out. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 6. That one comes out hot down the right side.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Wants to keep it in the air. Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Adams. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. The Hokies are on the move. Looking downfield on 1st down. He caught it. And he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down at the 2.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Lining up for the PAT.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they have been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
These fans touching the figurative Hokie stone, doing their part to help out on third down. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw's got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these third downs present themselves.
And the Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo.
And I like this. I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play 4-down football.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And that's now their third sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front seven. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll just down it right there.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Wide open spaces. The 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Hokies. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
What an unbelievable play on offense, and I think the thought process was, hey, we're on our own 2-yard line. Let's just run the ball and give ourselves some space, give ourselves some better field position. But the ball carrier says, no way. I'm making people miss. I'm taking this thing to the crib. And he showed you his speed. Wow, what a game-changing type play.
They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. And they're not on the same page there.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
That's it for this period, and it's Virginia Tech on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Hauls it in. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And the Gamecocks will hustle to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down. Back has it. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
The Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. And you couldn't ask for much more than that. A perfectly placed punt pins them inside the 5. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long...
Oh, he wants it all. Makes the grab on the right. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam. The defense finally got it. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Here's a hit. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw again. This time on target. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Quarterback may change this route. Wide receiver going in motion. Dropping back, it's Russell. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Virginia Tech! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this thing's turning into a route, and it's turning into a route quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Nothing but punts as a result of the first 3 offensive drives, hoping this one gets a little more done. Here's the pressure. Had to get rid of it quickly. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. From the gun, to give, looking for room. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt.
It's a running room. Crosses midfield. Inside the 30. He's at the slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Snagged out of the air. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. It's complete to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast. And they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off the RPO, complete.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. They'll run play action. Looking deep down the right side. And it's picked off right at the goal line. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The kick is on its way. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. To the air, it's Russell. Showing the arm strength to the left. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. And the Hokies want to crank the tempo. Wants to go up top on first down. Moving out of the pocket. Got it inside the 10. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Wideout trying to get it in. He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies!
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop.